Sickle cell anemia, also called sickle cell disease, is a condition that affects the red blood cells, which carry oxygen to organs in the body and continues to be a major health concern not only globally but also in Ghana. Local hematologist at the Georgetown Public Hospital, Dr. Kamela Bimal Suku, during an interview with 90 News on Thursday, explained that persons with sickle cell disease are at greater risk of severe illness and death if they contract COVID-19 or any other serious viral infection.
Because COVID, it's an infection, first of all, and like I said, sickle cell patients are prone to infections. So it's an infection. It affects hematological function in the body, meaning that it affects red blood cells, white blood cells, platelets, bone marrow.
Bimal Suku further noted that COVID-19 increases the risk of persons with sickle cell developing a number of long-term complications such as blood clots, anemia and low platelet, which makes them susceptible to additional infections.
COVID affects a lot of the time, or most of the time, the lung. Like you probably would have seen cases or heard of cases like that. And as I mentioned earlier, sickle cell, one of the target organs for sickle cell disease is your lung. So if you already had underlying complications or damage to the lung from sickle cell and you get COVID that affects your lung, then it's two hits, right?
While those sickle cell patients are severely immunocompromised due to the disease, the hematologist advised that they should be vaccinated against both sickle cell and COVID-19. She urged that persons consult a physician if they exhibit symptoms of long COVID after recovering from the initial infection.
You need to take your vaccines because you're at an increased risk. You're not the average population. You are at an increased risk of infection. And once you get that infection, it can be more complicated or worse in you compared to a person who don't have sickle cell, because you already have sickle cell.
Although Guyana does not have the resources to detect sickle cell anemia, Dr. Bimal Suku highlighted that blood samples are usually sent overseas to be tested and would return within 3 weeks. She also encouraged the general population to get screened for early detection.
I just want persons out there to know if they have a trait of sickle cell in their family, and they suspect or they have symptoms, or they even want to know what their status is, they can go to their health centers, and they can actually be referred to Georgetown Hospital to do the necessary testing.
Sickle cell disease is an inherited condition and cannot be cured. Reporting for the AGP 90 News, Vogt.